Okay, video glasses are plugged in with the micro USB, and I'm going to plug this into an open USB port up here. I'm going to hit open folder to view files using Windows Explorer. Is what came up here. And I've got some videos sitting in the hard drive in the glasses right now. This is what they are. This is just a copy right here of when I was trying to learn how to save these settings. And I'll double click on that, and it's showing the date up here. Looks like August 3rd, 2000. And I was still trying to save settings. I was trying to change the original settings. I wanted to keep the frame rate and the video size and all of that, but I was trying to change this from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, and I wasn't finding a way to hold it to make it stay. These are your sample settings over here, and these are just, like I said, a sample. It tells you what is available. So you got to click, you gotta put your cursor over here like that, you know, with a left click, and then you hit your backspace on your keyboard, and you get rid of that. I'm going to leave this on here because that's my sample. I'm saving that for the time being. Anyway, here's our videos that are saved right now, and we can just double click on that one, and it shows a little bit of what was saved here on my job. I'm a truck driver, and I saved different ones at different video rates. Let's see what this one is. So I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to come down here to properties, and it tells me that I've got almost 1 gigabyte. Okay, I'm going to come over here to details up here on top, and this tells me what my frame size is, my frame width, and my height. Okay, that is, and I got 60 frames per second. So this is one that I did learn after I learned how to save it. I tested this one out like that, so that's what I got. I'm 60 frames per second, and these are my, so you can just pause the video and look that over and see what I got there. And I can pull this down and show more options, which there's not much more that you need. It shows the size, just short of 1 gigabyte. Let's go to the next one. Right click down here to properties, and then up here to details, and we're still at 720, 60 frames. That's a different video, same size. That's because it went past the 10 minutes, I think. That's why it made me a second one. Okay, now we're after the big one. This is the 4K. It doesn't say 4K, but that's what this size means here. And here's 24 frames per second. And then down here, right click, properties, details. This is back to the 720 frame height at 120 frames per second. This is what you'd use if you might be wanting to slow down something that is kind of moving around a lot, that's moving quickly, so that you won't just get total blur when you slow the video down or try to pause and grab a photo out of it. That's the one you would try to use for that. So let's go back here and see how did I even get into that. Go over here to settings, double click on this, the only one in there. Okay, now I'm going to change my settings. Right now I have a watermark. Let me take the camera glasses. I got them here in my hand. Looks like I accidentally unplugged it. I'm going to unplug it because I'm going to take a quick video of what I'm doing here with the watermark. Turning it on. I'm holding the button here with my right thumb, turning it on. Okay, it's on. See the light flashing there in the middle? Okay, so now you see what we got here. We're going to slip this in, and you'll see what the watermark is. I'm turning it back off. So now you see what we got here. We're going to slip this in, and you'll see what the watermark is. I'm turning it back. And this Y right up here is for the watermark, and I don't want the watermark date and time. That's just for this video. I'm gonna, when I open this back up, this is not open right now. This is just on Notepad because the glasses are not even hooked up to the computer right now. So this is just on Notepad. If I erase this, if I X this out, then this is gone. I'll have to hook up the glasses to get it back on again. And the reason I disconnected the glasses is because you cannot record while you're plugged into the computer. You can record while you're plugged into a charger or an external battery. So I'm going to hook up the glasses, and then we're going to erase this Y, and we're going to put the N there. Okay, double click on this again, and now I'm gonna come up here, left click next to that Y. I'm gonna hit the backspace, and then put a capital Y in there. I don't know if a lowercase y would work or not, but I'm gonna go on ahead and put a capital N. Okay, and now I'm going to come down here and change this setting because I don't want that setting anymore. I'm hitting backspace, and then I'm going to come over here and copy this 1080p60. I'm going to type that over here. Okay, and now I'm going to come over here to this 10. I'm going to change that to a 30. And now I'm ready to save all of this. Now here's the part that I was having trouble figuring out, following the directions. To save it, I'm going to hit File, come down here to Save As, and the directions said to save it to the root file. Well, I didn't know what root file meant, and I thought, well, that's got to be this. It's already highlighted. So I came down here and hit save. Well, I didn't get anywhere with that. Here's what I need to do is highlight this again, left click on it again, and now that changes. Now that opens up the root file. For whatever reason, I didn't know what I was doing there, and I just found it by chance. Now I come down here and hit save, and now it is saved. I can erase this, and now I can unplug the glasses and plug them back in. Open this back up, go back to settings, and everything's saved. My date is good, my 1080p 60 is good, that's the size I want to keep, and the 30 is good. So all that's good, and I'm not going to have the watermark. I don't want that on my videos. But now I know how to put it on there if I do need it for some reason. So that did save. Now I'm going to do another video. This video is being copied with the camcorder, but I'm going to do another video with a screenshot on the Windows 10 computer. We're going to do all of this the same and save it the same way, but I'm just going to show you how to get into this on the Windows 10, because it's a little bit different. Most people are going to already know how to do it, but some are not. Okay, video glasses are plugged in with the micro USB, and I'm going to plug this into an open USB port up here. And then on the computer, I'm going to go up here and just erase this thing right here. And I'm going to go on and turn on the screen recorder so that you get a better view of what I'm doing instead of holding the camcorder. Okay, now to get this thing started on Windows 10, I'm going to come down here to this PC, and if you don't have that, I'll show you how to find it. First I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to erase it. And if you don't have a shortcut to that, let's go in here to this search over here, and let's type in this PC, and then hit enter, and then it opens up, and then you can come over here to this PC, left click on it, you can drag it over here, make yourself a shortcut on your desktop. I don't remember if this computer came with this down here or if I found a way to get it to stick down there. I had trouble getting things to stick down on this taskbar when I first bought this computer, and I don't remember how I got that one down there, but one on the shortcut, a shortcut on the desktop works fine too. Anyway, you do that, and then you've got all your drives down here, and right here is my smallest drive, so that's going to be the one that's this camera is. So let's go ahead and double click on that, and then we've got settings here, and there are our settings that we just did on the Windows 7 computer. Everything is there, everything is where I want it, no watermark. I got the best video picture and frame rate that I want, and the 30 minutes gives me a longer time to deal with this thing, to have pictures on there without interruptions, because when I do videos, I don't want to have the 10 minutes run out and then a new one start, and then I've got to join these pictures together, and there's usually an overlap of a second or so, and so then I've got to sort that out on the video editor to try to make it seamless. So to make your videos as seamless as possible, I just leave it on the 30, and that's the most time it's going to give me for a single video. That is how we do this on the Windows 10. And another thing you're going to want with this shortcut is if you're going to be doing video editing, you're going to need to be going here to C drive. You right click on that, go down to properties, and then you're going to want to do your disk cleanup pretty regular, because it's going to be hogging up an awful lot of memory and making it very hard to finish your video editing. And then after you do the disk cleanup, you can come over here to Tools and do the Optimize. It'll optimize that's the same as defrag on the old style, except it works a whole lot faster. Then I go back to the general again, and I'm going to do disk cleanup again. And this time we've got almost all zeros. We got another 8 megabytes down here. I'm going to come over here to clean system files. This takes longer to load up. Well, there's not much on there for it to do because it's already cleaned up, but we've got another 55 megabytes up here we can get rid of, and plus our 8 down here. So we got about 63 megabytes we can get rid of here. That cleans things up, gives your computer more room to operate. And if you don't do that, it will stall your video editing program. So you really need to get a fairly strong computer, and and you got to keep that cleaned out constantly when you're doing video editing. All right, thanks for watching.